reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves in this filling in. I wanna dry up, but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here. All my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet, not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around. All the way, chasing all that all the way back home. Chasing all that chasing all that chasing all that. Yesterday we could be ourselves, didn't have I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that stuff.
Morning.
Good morning.
It's gonna be a minute. It's a lot of tree.
Wow, re-insulate the whole thing, drywall.
The bank won't allow a credit with this much damage. Great. Believe it or
A Realtor is real. The expertise to handle unexpected situations. That's who we are.
Well, welcome.
Hello.
It's Maryland Homes Team. It's Wednesday night, and we are so excited that you're joining with us. This is going to be an exciting evening, so highly anticipated. We have Stephen Daniels in the house with us tonight from Horizon Cinemas.
Yes.
So I tell you what, just put the seatbelts on because we're going to be in for a crazy ride. What a crazy week this has been, and
Yes.
you are joining with us, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So hang on to your seats. We're going to be right back, and we're going to have a wonderful show just ahead of this commercial.
So, whoever has said that the housing market is slowing down, they're wrong. We have 4 listing appointments this week, where Cecil County, Baltimore County, Harford County, the city.
That's right. Yeah, it's
So
been a
stay tuned.
roller coaster market right now. Don't listen to the naysayers out there because the percentages are really strong. I mean, right now, this past month, the buyers have been pretty excited because inventory has increased by about 13% or so.
Hey, are you stealing my thunder?
I didn't know that was your thunder.
It was my thunder.
Is it your turn or my turn?
Do you not know your place?
My-
Anyway, 3 things you need to know about the housing market.
I will.
According to RE/MAX's national housing market is what? There are more houses on the market, just like you said, Rob, now than there were last month. And by how much?
13%.
13.3%. I'm very specific in my numbers, 13.3, because someone else might need that .3 house. So that's what that is as well. And since inventory has increased, that's better for you buyers, right? And the sellers are still getting 101% of prices, their full list price, and a little bit more, which is amazing for them as well. And prices have stabilized, inventory has come up. So guess what? It's a great time to buy. So jump in now.
That's right. We are your real estate professionals. We're so excited you're joining with us on our show tonight. And also, you can follow us on social media as well. We are streaming live to all our formats at Facebook, YouTube, at LinkedIn. Also, you can always find us on Instagram. And yes, we do TikToks as well. Believe it or not, we actually do TikToks. And you're going to find us dancing sometimes on TikTok. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
One of our social media team members who has millions of TikTok followers, she did a TikTok for Top Gun Maverick with our grandson. And so simple. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to do nothing. Literally, millions of people have liked it. And Miles Teller's wife actually commented on it. Rooster's wife. Sorry, I love Top Gun Maverick. And we saw it 3 times at Horizon.
It was a pretty good movie. Let me tell you. That was
fantastic. I had to drag him.
Well, what I liked about it, let me tell you, number one, it's a great movie. Number two, just the environment that we were in with those awesome seats, and it was just fantastic.
Popcorn was so yummy.
The popcorn, the environment, and again, the bar, the food, it was just fantastic. So you couldn't have asked for a better date night, actually. So, yeah, that was great. So.
You, Tom Cruise, Maz.
Are you saying I'm Tom Cruise?
No, I said having all of you together.
Wow.
In one room.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, listen, I want to just dive right in, talk about 3 tips. 3 tips for buying a home today. I want to just dive in and just share with you things that you could be doing right now to buy a home. And we have some notes here to follow along. And one is understand how mortgage rates impact our home buying power. That's the first thing. You can see the graph on there. You know, if you're going to buy if you were able to lock in, let's say even at 5%, if it's a $400,000 house, your payment's around $2,100 a month. You know, right. If you're at 6% right now, your buying power now, you're going to be spending probably a couple $100 more a month on your mortgage there. So it's really important to understand how those mortgage rates impact your home buying power there. So second thing is be open to exploring different options during the search, right? That's going to be the second thing is.
Well, I was going to say something about the interest rates.
Go ahead. Let's go with the interest rates.
So 5% is where we are right now. And people are freaking out because we were spoiled by the 2 and 3%, which was unheard of ever in this economy. So 5% over the last 40 years is really not bad. That's very average. Actually, 7 is the average. So we're still below average. So don't be scared by that. They are predicting them to go up. So if you're on the fence, jump in.
That's right. Yep. So, you know, obviously, historically, supply of homes are still low.
Inventory is higher now than it has been.
You can expand your search. Open yourself to more areas if you're having a difficulty finding a home of your choice. Right. Open your search to include other types of housing. Right. So we've been talking to our buyers about that. And you're going to find ways to cast a wide net during your search, and this can help you find that hidden gem that's sitting out there right now.
Just like I was talking to someone the other day, and they didn't want to buy in Joppa. And I said, well, you have to realize there's part of Joppa that's also a different school district. So, you know, if you find something that's a little more rural, you know, it doesn't have to be close to the water. There are parts of Joppa that are not close to the water. So opening up, you know, your search, you never know.
Work with one of our real estate professionals for expert advice. Well, of course, that's like a given, right? You know, you want to set yourself up for success with working with a pro.
You want to win that offer.
That's number one. Help you understand our market. Search for available homes. Right. We're going to help you do these things. Right. Making an offer, yeah, of course. We are your expert advisor and negotiator to help your offer stand out above the rest. And those are the 3 tips that we wanted to discuss with you. Absolutely.
Yeah. I just got a shout out. Someone sharing our name on the Joppatown online community. Thank you, Deb
that's
Limbeck.
Nice. Thank you, Miss Limbeck.
Talking about Joppa. We have quite a few home buyers in that area.
That's
And
right.
Trust me, if we could find just a little waterfront there, we'd be really happy.
That's
too.
right. Give us a shout out. Just put your comments below in the comment section. Give us a shout out. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you're there.
Yeah.
Again, you might want to give us a little shout out, and I'll tell you why, because we may have a giveaway. Oh, did I say giveaway? Yep, I
That's
said giveaway.
echoing.
So I'm just letting you know that.
Well, we have some of our classics and our true MHT All-Stars tuning in tonight. So we're so grateful for you tuning in.
Exactly. Yep. So we're having a lot of fun. So
I had a thought, but then I forgot it that fast.
that's right. All right. So without delay, because we got them on hold and we want to
Yes.
jump right into the interview, and I know a lot of you are watching right now, and you want to meet the head honcho, the marketing guru, the marketing director of Horizon Cinemas. We are going to talk to him in just 1 second. Here we go. All right, Stephen, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm super excited to be here. This is great.
Excellent,
We're so
excellent.
happy you are.
Yep, we're
Thank
just
you
giving
for
a
having
round
me
of
on. I'm
applause
excited
there.
about it.
Anytime.
It's super excited to have you in the house. By the way, it's we've been wanting to get one of you guys from Horizon Cinemas on board with us for quite a while here.
Yeah.
You're making such an impact in the community, and everyone's talking about you. And that's really awesome because it's more than just movies. It's more than just a place to take our family or just go as a couple or even just as an individual. It's more than that.
We've rented it in Aberdeen, so we've been in both places, and they've both been wonderful.
That's right. Give us an introduction, Stephen. Tell us about yourself.
Well, again, thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Stephen Daniels. I'm the new marketing and media director for Horizon Cinemas. We have 5 locations throughout Maryland, Baltimore County, Harford County. We got Beltway Plaza. We got Sun Valley. We have Marley Station, Fallston, and Aberdeen, as you guys just stated. And it is a beautiful, wonderful thing that people are starting to come back to the movies. And I'm so excited to be on with you guys because you all are so entrenched in the Harford and Baltimore County communities. And this is great that we're kind of teaming up together and doing this podcast tonight. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to talk about, people coming back to the movies, some of the movies that are going on, what we're doing at Horizon Cinemas on social media. We have our own podcast that we launched a couple of months ago. And we've done stuff now with Aberdeen Ironbirds, and we're doing stuff with Jimmy's Famous Seafood, and we got a lot of things coming on, and it's just it's a lot of exciting. I know, right? So
we
it's
work
beautiful.
directly with both of them.
That's right.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
It is.
Stephen, how I stumbled on you is I actually watched one of your podcasts. It was the one when you were at Ripken Stadium, and I really enjoyed that. And I thought, well, that's definitely the connection. That way, your social media links. If you want to subscribe to his podcast, which, by the way, follow his podcast. It's really cool because he does a lot of previews to upcoming movies, and he talks about those after the show a little bit later.
I'll just briefly about that. We have a new series on our YouTube channel called Movie Trailer Reviews with Stephen Daniels. And it's awesome. So, we obviously have relationships with the movie theater companies and the movie studios. And so what we do is we kind of, they're about 6 to 8 minutes long each. We've done a few of them already, and we're going to start ramping up more of those as we get into the latter part of the year. But it's great because we get to find out what movies are coming out, and I get to kind of hype up. Look, you don't want to watch this in your bedroom or in your family room. You want to watch this at the big screen in the theaters, back at the cinema. And that's what, we're trying to promote and obviously hype up.
That's
and
right.
I'm excited about it. It's a lot of fun. So movie trailer reviews on our website, on our YouTube channel, which is great.
That's great.
That's
love it. That's what got me into it.
And we're gonna plan our next event for our clients. We were talking about some of the movies coming out, which one we're gonna be the best choice for us and for our clients in the community. You have any suggestions?
There's a lot of great movies that are coming out. It depends on when you're coming and doing it. I mean, right now, Beast and Bullet Train are just 2 really big movies. They're both rated R. They're not necessarily family movies, but they're wonderful date movies. But let me tell you, they're both great. They're amazing. Beast has got Idris Elba in it, and it's about him with his family in a safari and having to fight lions and everything in the safari. Wow. And then Bullet Train is with Brad Pitt, and it's got an amazing cast, and he's in a train in Tokyo. and it's a lot of action packed. But then there's a lot of stuff. We got DC,
I know.
Right.
easily the
We're
last
so
2 or 3
sorry we
years.
did not rent it for that. I was just so mad at myself.
We're
'cause I
still
wanted
playing
to.
it. You can still do it. We
I
could
said
do it
that.
for
I
Top
said all my
Gun.
girls would come see it for the 3rd, 4th time. It could be a
It's
ladies'
the-
night
it's
out.
you could we could promote it as that. It's been the one thing. That movie's very interesting because just to get into the movies a little bit, you always get these big showings with the comic book verse. Do you get to see the movie theaters get packed with a movie like Top Gun? But it just, I think the nostalgia from the original movie
Yes.
back in the day,
Very much so.
Top Gun obviously
Yes.
being with Tom Cruise, great. And
We all can
I mean,
remember
people have
where
come
we
back.
were and who we were with when we saw it. It's
The first
so
one.
funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%, and even this one for that matter. But yes, especially the first one, 100%.
Yes.
It's a
Don't say
no-brainer.
anything, Rob.
That's a sore
Don't
subject,
say-
by the way, because she was not with
don't say-
me at that time. So that was always a little.
Okay,
sore
I
subject.
won't say nothing.
Yeah,
I won't say
don't
nothing.
I'm not the only one in that boat. Trust me. I'm sure there's many other couples out there.
But the 80s ruled. Music,
did.
movies, it just
Movies-
was the best.
It's so funny because, one of the things I want to do on our YouTube channel is start doing nostalgia. And maybe one of the things I'll do is like my top 10 movies from the 80s. I think I'll do that, actually. You gave me a good idea.
Okay.
Look at you.
And I'll comment.
Look at you, Maria. What I would say is, the 80s were an amazing time. And even the 90s for that matter. But, Breakfast Club,
Oh, my
Ferris
gosh.
Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
There's so many great movies from that 80s era. Roadhouse, Dirty Dancing, you name it. I mean, the 80s just classic after classic. And
Yeah.
it was great because back then, that's when you went to the movies. You took your date. That was the date night. That was the family.
That's a
We're
big
going to the
deal.
movies. There was no,
You're in the
none of
drive-in.
these streaming platforms. It was
Yeah.
you go to the movies, and that's what we're trying to. That's why I love Top Gun Maverick, because I felt like not only did it bring the nostalgia back from the 80s, but it brought back the nostalgia of going to the movies as a family
Yes.
Right.
or as a couple, and that's
did.
what Top Gun Maverick did, and I loved every second of
It
it.
did.
And
And
we're
that's
still
the only way
playing
to
it.
see that
It's
movie.
still. It is the only
Yeah.
way, especially
That's right.
the last 25 minutes. The last 25 minutes of
gosh.
that movie,
All
you can't
of
watch it any other way except on the big screen.
It was just
That's
the
right.
best.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can't forget 1977 either. I mean, that's when Star Wars came out, obviously,
Well,
and that really changed the whole trajectory of sci-fi movies, of way movies were
right.
going to be created, and it really set the bar, set a new bar for directors and producers to create new movies. So, I mean, from that point on, movies, Jaws and things like that, everything
Jaws.
became. It was just. It was just amazing.
I'll tell you a funny story, family story. I have an uncle, Uncle Frank, who, if you're watching right now, Uncle Frank lives in Florida, and I'm sure he'll watch this because it
Smart
has to be
man,
on
Uncle
it. But
Frank.
Uncle Frank, if I'm correct, it's Uncle Frank. I'm 90% sure it's Uncle Frank. But I don't know where he was living, whether it was up north or down south. But wherever he was living, Jaws was being filmed in his area. And and the story goes that supposedly they were there, and they're like, yeah, there's this shark movie that's being filmed. It's it's a movie about sharks. Oh, I'm not going to go to it. He had a chance to be an extra in it and didn't go because it was a movie about sharks.
Wow.
And it ended up being Jaws, like the
Woulda,
greatest
shoulda,
movie.
coulda.
One of the, I know, right? Top 20. I don't know if this was. If my mom is watching, it's either Uncle Frank or you. I forget which one. But that story sticks with me to this day.
You'll have to pipe in
could have
next
been in
week and let us
Jaws.
know. It was
I'll let you
definitely
know if it
Uncle
was
Frank.
my mom. It was probably
Uncle
Frank.
Louie.
Yeah, I would encourage everyone to watch the making of Jaws because it was a very low budget movie. And when you first present to someone that you're going to have a mechanical shark that you're going to be working with, a lot of people
Movies are
kinda
made
blew
totally
that off.
differently now. Movies are made totally differently now.
Don't ruin
Right,
it for
right.
us
It's amazing,
who believed
right?
everything. I don't need
Yeah,
to
when I
know
was a
all
kid,
that.
I never wanted to go
The
back in the pool
backstory.
again. Never wanted to go back in the pool again after I saw that movie.
Well,
so-
Shark Week, you ruined our son. He doesn't even want to go
I
to the
know,
beach
right?
anymore 'cause
Well,
of Shark
it's
Week.
funny. You talk about it. Movies have affected us in so many ways in how we consume content, right? We talk about Shark Week. You just said Shark Week. Would Shark Week even be a thing without Jaws? Like, think about it for a
Correct.
second. Would it
Correct.
even be as big as it is without that movie?
That's
Probably
true.
not.
You're
And
right.
so I think movies and Star Wars and how you go back and you see any of these Star Wars movies that get released now, but if you were there for the original, it takes you right back to watching the original in the theater, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing for any of those 80 movies. You can remember going to the theaters and seeing, Field of Dreams, or which, by the way, is my favorite baseball movie, along with The Sandlot. And you can go right back into it and just remember how you felt, the popcorn, everything. And it's the nostalgia of it that we're trying to bring back at Horizon, which I think we've done a very good job lately, and I'm really excited. I just joined them about 2.5-3 months ago, and in that 3 months, we've bumped up our social media. We're doing, like I said, the podcast and things on our YouTube channel. But one of the reasons I even wanted to be a part of this wonderful, beautiful company is it's very family oriented and it's very family friendly. And that's one of the things about Horizon Cinemas that I think we connect with the people in Harford and Baltimore County that you're not going to get with some of the other movie theaters that might be in the area, unfortunately. But and I'm not talking negative about them. I just think that's one thing that we do very well. That like, oh my God, I remember Elvis, but like some of the older generation that were there where we just fell right back into a moment in time. And I had a few of them come up to me afterwards. There's a video. It was like, this is the greatest thing ever. We had tickets to another movie theater. We saw that Elvis was coming, and it I mean, some of them were really emotional. Like it took them back to a moment in time. Yeah. So I think making that connection with the community is so big, and we try to do that all the time with the movies that come out in that Horizon Cinemas.
And you want to stand out. Us as a business, we want to go above and beyond, everyone else for people to remember us. We want to give the best client care, bring the best to them, just like you guys.
Yeah, we're all about community, so I get it, because when you go to the other large corporate, national, international conglomerates, that are movie theaters, you tend to lose that community connection. It becomes more of a corporate feel. Whereas when you walk into Horizon, it is really a localized feel, and that's what we really enjoy about it.
Like when we book.
By the way, my mom just posted on your Facebook link and said it wasn't me, so it must have been Uncle Frank. It must have been Uncle Frank. Just so you know.
Thanks,
Shout out to Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom, for tuning in. That was great.
Mom lives in Wilmington, North Carolina, and so she's out there watching us right now. You're all over the country right now. I know.
That's right. That's right. We're syndicated. We're syndicated.
Right. That's right. Okay, so what movie is Sylvester Stallone in? Which movie is that he's in right now?
So that's a movie that's coming up.
I was about to say, that might be a movie that's coming up.
It is. Yeah, so I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, I think it was when we were watching trailers. Okay, I thought that was like...
Yeah, we saw a trailer for that, and it is, I think, 2023 is when that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of great movies coming out then. That's fine. No, look, there's. It's funny, we talk a lot, the people, the Horizon Cinemas, we talk a lot about marketing and what movies are coming out. There's a lot of great movies coming out at the end of this year. And then next year, the list is unbelievable for 2023 too.
We were looking. I can't say anything because I think we want to surprise our clients.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to share with everybody.
Oh, no, you could say it, but we can't.
Well, look, I mean, as long as it's at Horizon Cinemas, we're good. Look,
that's
that's the Falston location.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen is up top, and the other one I think is that Sun Valley? I think that's Sun Valley.
Now, you're in Hunt Valley?
No, Sun Valley. Sun Valley. We're at Beltway, Sun Valley, Marley Station, Falston, and Aberdeen.
Where is Sun Valley? Come I don't know that?
Sun Valley Plaza.
Yep. And there's an inside picture, by the way, of one of the theaters. We remodeled that right before COVID. A lot of the stuff and it's beautiful inside. It's one of the night. Look, I work for the company. I get it, but we're one of them. I think it's beautiful inside. We got reclining seats at the Falston and Aberdeen locations. We have a bar set up there, which is absolutely great.
It's a big area too, like
Falston's. It's big.
That's for sure. I know when we go to the beach, there's only one we go to that's very similar to this. And we just heard that they were closing. They're probably going to build a high rise there instead, whatever. But we're so sad about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. exactly. So yeah, that's the inside picture. Just wanted to throw a panoramic view up there, but and also I think I just threw up the seats. Oh no, there's the seats right there. So you're saying that
The
the seats
recliners,
you have,
they're gorgeous. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
They
gorgeous.
are.
yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
It's
if you
the
wanted
only way to
consider
watch a
doing it.
movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We've been spoiled now. We can't go to any other theater ever.
The one,
That's right.
the Horizon Cinemas in Sun Valley is the one in Glen Burnie. It's off of Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard.
Okay. In
Okay.
Arundel County.
Yep. So
That's
That's
awesome.
good.
So it's right there.
So
in
I
Glen
just wanted
Burnie.
to share with everybody this other graphic, by the way. So I found this on Cable News Network a couple of nights ago, and I know this is a positive, upbeat show, but we have to face the fact that inflation has hit us and affected many of us in many
Yes.
different ways. And I know, Stephen, I had mentioned that in a couple of emails to you. But I tell you what, this graphic, I took a picture of it, and I just wanted to share with everyone that how it's affected everyone. You have new automobiles. Inflation, the costs are up 12%. But I want you to look all the way down at the bottom. They have not affected movie tickets. That's like one of the lowest numbers down there. You can still have a great time with your family and not feel the effects so much of inflation.
Just don't buy a hot dog. At
Yeah, don't
the
buy a
movies.
hot dog at Horizon Cinemas. That's all. At 37% increase, that hurts my heart. That kills me.
Well, I know
Well-
I needed to give them up anyway. Now I'm really going to give them up. I'll just
I
keep
know,
buying-
right?
eating burgers.
Well, we have a lot of great food options at our locations, and we have flatbread pizza. We have one that's being tested out, I believe, at the Falston or Aberdeen location. We got that going on, and we have obviously your popcorn, your soda pop, your snacks, all that stuff. But
Classic.
we have egg rolls, we have beverage with it. You can get alcoholic beverage with it, and we have the food that can be delivered right to your seat, which is, I don't know about you, but it makes being catered to
Okay, how
just
did
a
I
little
not know
bit
about
I didn't know that
easier.
either.
You get it delivered
Yes,
to your
see?
seat?
You can get it. You can order it and get it delivered right to your seat.
Wow.
See,
Okay.
one of the next few times, right?
Yeah,
I know,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
know.
That's right. Yeah, I wanted to go down some of the list of the top 5 movies according to IMDb. And these are based on votes, by the way. That everyone's really
Robert,
excited
if you let me interrupt you for 1 second,
Yeah, go
'cause
ahead,
I just want
please.
to go back to the other thing. I think you brought up you talk about the pricing only going up 6.5%. So a
Yeah.
couple things I want to remind people. Number one, on Tuesdays we have Discount Tuesdays. So
We
we have
just
3 out of
found out about
We
that.
just found out about
we
that.
live
Yep.
in Falston. I don't know
Yeah.
how we didn't know.
So the Falston location is $7 on Discount Tuesdays, and then I believe it's Marley and Beltway and Sun Valley, if I'm correct, Beltway and Sun Valley, where they're $4.50 at that location on Tuesday, and it's all day, every movie, no matter what it is on Tuesdays. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So Aberdeen, Falston, you're $7 on Tuesdays, and at the other 2 locations, it's $4.50, and it's just awesome. So you have the Discount Tuesdays, but I want to remind people too that one of the reasons you haven't seen the movie tickets go up is because we're trying to bring people back to the movies. You got to remember that we're competing with some of these live streaming platforms, and that's okay, right? Like we live in a technology age world where people want things at your fingertips, and it's easy to binge watch shows and binge watch TV. But I want to remind people that going to the movie theater, going to the cinematic is an experience that you can't get except going to the theaters and watching certain movies there. We have a new movie that's coming out here in September, I believe. It's a rom-com. And I don't remember, there hasn't been a good rom-com in like the last 2.5 years. And we were talking, the marketing team within Horizon Cinemas, and we were saying, man, is a rom-com going to do well in the movie theaters? And I went back to, I think so, people want to go back to date night. They want to go back out to watch the movies and not just be at home watching. So I think there's just an experience that you get at the theater that you can't get inside your living room. And that's a thing that I think makes us very unique. And not to mention, you saw the photos, they're beautiful theaters, and it's a beautiful and comfortable way to watch the movie. So
Yes.
we try to give you that home experience by having the food come to you. You don't even get that at your house. You have to get up and make your
Not
own food
me.
at your house. I'm just saying.
You're spoiled.
I don't have that
Me,
recliner.
but me.
Most people don't have that recliner.
And then you got to get up and let the dog out. Like, we're constantly interrupted. Like, it's crazy.
I didn't mean to interrupt there, Robert. I just thought that
No.
was very important to say from that standpoint.
I
you know?
You
appreciate
have to
that.
do that. He will steal the show, and you have to squeeze a word
It's
in
his show.
edgewise.
How do you steal your own show? You can't do that. You can't steal your own show.
You're invited
can't do
anytime,
that.
Stephen. Anytime on my show, you're invited.
But also at the same time, you wouldn't have been on time today if it wasn't for her. So I'm just saying, like, it works both ways, man.
It
I
does
gotta
work
cater to
both
both
ways.
sides. I gotta cater to both sides.
That's right.
Smart man.
Man, he is so smart. He's
I'm
gotta be
I'm
married.
married. That's why.
That's why I was gonna say, dude, you're married, definitely. Yeah.
I'm married.
And
That's
he
why.
wants to stay married.
He wants
He's
to stay
working on
married.
staying married.
That's right.
I tell people all the time, I work for an amazing company in Horizon Cinemas, and I have an amazing wife and my wife, and I'm not messing with either of the two. I know what to say, when to say it, and how to play it. That's how I do it.
That's right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I want to go down the top 5 movies. These are by votes, by the way, according to IMDb online, and
Okay.
these are the top that people are kind of.
I don't even
checking
know
off.
what
now,
it
it's going
is.
to change because a lot of these movies are still
I haven't seen this.
in production. Some are in post production right now, so they're still putting
Okay.
together some better and better movie trailers, things like that.
Okay,
but,
just
but
show
we'll go
us
down
the
list.
list.
Well, I have to kind of do a
I
little
can't
prequel.
stand the waiting.
That's right, exactly. So the first one, of course.
Guardians of
I
the
didn't think we were
Galaxy.
gonna
This is
talk
the
about
this is the
this.
third installment of the series. This will be the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Chris Pratt,
Chris
who's
Pratt?
absolutely is yep.
he
This will be the
retired?
last Guardians of the Galaxy movie that there is. Dave Bautista, Vin Diesel, obviously is I am Groot. And
I
Zoe
know.
Salanda.
Right?
Zoe Salanda, by the way, who's also in this. I want to remind you, Zoe Salanda. Out of the top 10 grossing movies of all time, Zoe Salanda's been in like 8 of them. She was in Avatar, she was in Avengers, and she's been in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know she
She
was in that.
and Star Trek. I think Star Trek's also
wow.
up there. She's in all of those.
Wow. Well,
She's
this would be
in
my
8 of the
client
top
pick.
10 grossing movies all time in ever. She's amazing.
I'm gonna
I
have
need
look
people to
this-
like put some respect on her name. She is amazing. She's awesome. Zoe Salanda.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So that's Guardians of the Galaxy. The second
Yep.
one of my favorites, by the way, John Wick, of course.
John Wick
Chapter
4.
4.
John Wick 4 was originally supposed to come out, I think 2 years ago, or at least in the last 8, and it keeps on getting pushed back and keeps getting pushed back. But I'm excited about it. Keanu Reeves coming back. People are like, well, how many John Wick movies? How many movies do you need to make, right? Like Fast and Furious 10, or that's going to come out probably next year or the year after. But one of the things that I love about it is John Wick. It's one of the best action movies, but it's also it's so funny because I feel like people that don't even like action movies enjoy the John Wick movies, especially because of the dog scenario in the first movie, where he lost his dog, and it hit home for a lot of people. But yeah, so I'm excited about John Wick Chapter 4. It's going to be a great movie coming out next year.
And I was just reading an article today about Reeves, about how generous he is. Like, he bought all the stunt actors a motorcycle. Like, he's so generous.
He's known as the nicest actor in all of Hollywood. Like, that is one of his
Really?
labels. Yep, he's one
I
of the
didn't
nicest
know
people
that
in Hollywood.
either.
I've never met the guy. I've never met him personally, but
We act like we know them.
he has that
Sure,
moniker.
of course
He has
we know.
that's part of it, right? That's part of Keanu. Like, you got to remember, this man did Bill and Ted's Greatest Adventures, and then was in the Matrix series, and
Yes.
it's going to be Joseph. By the way, Joseph is in Florida. I see you just posted his little thing there. He's my producer of one of my other shows that I do across the internet. So Joseph is watching.
Wow.
We got a lot of people watching tonight that are watching.
Joseph,
Yeah,
thank you
that's
for tuning in, my friend.
awesome.
Thank you.
Joseph, what part of Florida are you in?
Joseph's in Jacksonville.
Okay. Not
Yeah,
far. That's a
Jacksonville.
good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alrighty, next, honey.
Thank you, Joseph, for tuning in. Greatly appreciate that. So, yeah, next one, that was John Wick. And another one, a little throwback here. A little throwback for the old school folks.
Dune. So Dune Part 2, Dune Part 1 came. Dune Part 1 was absolutely amazing. Loved it. For those of you who don't know, Dune is a remake of a movie that was done back in the 80s, I believe. And it was a really, really good movie. Austin Butler, Zendaya was in it, and Timothy Chalamet, who's been in a lot of movies over the last few years. That's part 2 is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. I was wondering if it was going to get made because when part 1 came out, it didn't sell that too well at the movies because of everything that went on. But it got so many great reviews, like Rotten Tomato scores and stuff like that. And so I'm really excited to see what Dune Part 2 is going to do in the theaters because it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that movie a lot.
All right.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. The next one, of course, big anticipation on this one here.
Indiana Jones 5. There's a lot of rumors about this. We don't know what is not. We know that Harrison Ford is in it, but we don't know, is he going to be the main character in it? Does he have just a cameo in it? So there's a lot of question marks here. Remember, if you remember Indiana Jones 4. They had what was his name? Why can't I think of his name? The young actor who starred alongside him.
I remember.
I cannot think of the name for the life of me.
But
he was in it, and he decided not to do this, and that was the big thing, because Harrison Ford said, "I don't want to do another Indiana Jones," and he said the only way I would do it is if the script was right and whoever was in it, was going to take over the moniker of being Indiana Jones. So. I don't know if that's the case or not, but there's really nothing to be known. Like there's no plot known. They're being very hush hush about this whole thing. So
that's right. The preview, if you watch the preview of little Hollywood intro video for it, it's very limited. It's very they've cut little corners here and there, and you just don't know. It does leave you with a lot of questions.
Shia LaBeouf was the guy in Indiana Jones 4, but he's not in the 5th one.
He could really pick and choose what he wants to do at this point. I mean, he was in Star Wars. I'm sure.
Yeah, but Indiana Jones is its own thing, right? Like it's so big that it is. But I believe that you can't have, as long as he's alive, you can't have Indiana Jones without him, right? Like you couldn't do it.
I would agree.
So.
It's going to be tough even without Sean Connery. And
I know. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I read that before he passed that he actually turned down the role. Because remember, they were still in the beginning of filming and things like that. And he had actually turned the role down. He said, I don't want to do any more Indiana Jones movies or anything.
You didn't have
he
to
said
say that.
He
That's
said there
so
wasn't enough
sad.
into the movie for him to be able to take on the role. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Again, when there's some people that believe that should you remake classic, I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, right? Nostalgia. People want to feel the nostalgia. They want to be reminded of history in the past in positive and good ways. And Indiana Jones does that. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Temple of Doom. Mr. Jones. I love it is one of my favorite movies of all time.
The monkey head.
Everything about it. You go back and look at it, like it is cinematic greatness. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Okay.
And
that's right.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch all of these now. You're making me want to go watch them.
She's making a list.
I am.
And lastly,
got my pen in hand.
Rounding the bases here, the Marvels.
The Marvels.
Huh?
So the Marvels is going to be great because if you guys and again, to go back to streaming platforms, right? There's Miss Marvel that is on Disney Plus right now, who I've watched, and so there's 3 or 4 different monikers of Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel and so supposedly they're going to take the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've never seen this in the history of Hollywood. What they have done to the level that they've done it, starting with Iron Man 1, 15, almost 20 years ago now, somewhere in that range. And it's beautiful to see what they've done. They're in phase 5. They're about to be in phase 5. And Brie Larson is going to be in this, and Samuel Jackson obviously is going to be in this, and also the people that are in Miss Marvel, the show on Disney Plus. And I'm excited. It's going to be a good show. I can't wait to take my daughter to go see it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that's going to be a real good one. So, just want to ask you. So that was our top list there. One thing I wanted to just find out from you: is there anything going on right now in Hollywood, other than the J-Lo wedding, anything happening in Hollywood that maybe you want to give us a little insight
Thumbs
on?
down. I got to figure out where my camera is.
So wait
Thumbs
a minute,
down.
the J-Lo, the J-Lo Ben
please.
Affleck wedding.
Is that Benifer or
Exactly. He should have stayed with Jen, the other Jen.
The look in his eyes is what the
I
heck
haven't
did I just
gotten
do?
into that. I like Ben Affleck. I like his movies. I like Jennifer Lopez. I love her movies. Selena will always go down as one of my favorite movies. I love that when she played Selena. It was great. And she's also a co-owner of my favorite football team, or was at one point. I don't think she is anymore. But
which one?
when she was married to
I don't know
Mark
that.
Anthony. I'm a Dolphins fan. For those of you who don't know, I openly admit I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, and I say that everywhere I go. Okay? We're all not perfect, except the 1972 Miami Dolphins are the only thing that's perfect in this world.
That's right.
Okay? So
Actually,
as long as everybody understands that and knows that, we're good.
Our client, and I don't even know if he's watching tonight, but named Steven as well. We were.
I already
just
like to invite him over and have him become and see the
I will have him
exchange
email
information
you.
afterwards. So that'll be good. See, look, we're bringing
Awesome.
people together all over the
We
world,
are. Look
all
at
from
us.
Harford, and Baltimore
Humanitarians.
County. I think Hollywood is concerned. It's a very interesting time for movies, and we're in this transition period coming out of COVID. And we had just opened up the Aberdeen location, and then 2 weeks later they had to shut it down for like a year almost because of COVID. And so we're starting to get back into, people coming back to the movies. Top Gun Maverick helped it out tremendously. Spider-Man helped out tremendously. We're actually re-releasing next weekend. You're going to be
share that.
Wow.
That's going to be awesome. So I'm
Minutes is a
excited
long
about
time.
that.
It is a long time.
So I know, but it's one of that movie alone is one of the greatest because look, if you haven't watched it, cover your ears right now because I'm about to do a spoiler alert. But that movie's great because they had all the Spider-Mans come back into that movie.
Yes, that's right.
So
did make that
it was
really great.
But it was the unkept secret in Hollywood that was kept because we all knew, like, okay, they're doing something, but nobody's admitting to it. And Marvel tries to keep this hush hush when they're promoting their movies. But yeah, so look, we're trying to get people movies like Beast. Like there's a movie that's coming out here next month. Is it next month? The African Queen, I believe it is, or the African King, and Viola Davis is in it, and I'm so excited about it. Like that movie is gonna be like, I love it. I'm excited about it. We got Wakanda coming out later on this year. That's gonna be awesome. What are they gonna do with that since Chadwick Boseman passed away? I'm excited to see what they do with that movie. And then at the end of the year, they got Avatar. A movie that's has taken another 11 years to make the sequel. Over a decade.
I thought that
to make
sequel was
the
going to come
sequel
out
to
a
this.
lot sooner, by the way.
It took them 10 plus years to make the first one. It took them 10 plus years to make the second one. And they already have it slated for Avatar 3, 4, and 5 already to be made as well. And again, Zoe Salanda is in that as well.
Wow.
So there's a lot of great things that are coming out here. And I'm excited. Be on the lookout for our YouTube channel, right? We got a podcast at the movies. Our next one is going to be September 12th, and it'll be a Monday evening, and it'll be at I guess I'll announce this because we haven't even announced this publicly yet. It'll be September 12th. It'll be at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. They are doing movie game night at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. So you guys should come out for that. You guys should come out and do movie game night there. So I'll be with Mike Greenblatt with that, which I'm pretty excited, and the whole team over there, Jimmy's Famous Seafood on September 12th. And then we're doing another one at the movies in October, and maybe in November. Maybe we'll do something with you guys for our podcast. I don't know. And we'll go with there. But yeah, we try to do a podcast like once a month, a live podcast once a month. And then we have the movie trailer reviews, and we're starting to do new content through TikTok and Instagram. So make sure you guys go follow us at Horizon Cinemas on all the platforms.
That's right.
Well,
and I'll have all the social media links in the description, by the way. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'll have that link in the description. So don't worry about searching it right now. You could do it after the show. You'll have a lot of fun going through all of that with him. So that'll be awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
and keep up to date of what's going on in
That's
the world of
right.
Horizon Cinemas. That's what's
Yes.
exciting. So
Come back to the movies. Come out and take pictures when you're there and tag us in it.
That's a
Like,
great
let
idea.
people know that you've come back to the movie.
Yep.
That you want to know how we get people back to the movies? Social media. And you let people know the experience that you had and what you did there. You take
Yeah.
really great pictures of the food you got and the popcorn and the snacks and the drinks, and you let
Tag
them
and
know that.
share.
And that is the
We
best
sure
way
will next time.
to get people to come back to the movie. It's not about what you know, it's who you know. And the person
Always.
you know, your best friend who went to the movies the other night, whoever that may be, and she or he says, man, Horizon Cinemas was great. That's how we help Horizon Cinemas. That's how we help people get back to the movies. So that's
right.
the way we help each other.
That's
Yep.
right. And awesome podcasts like this too, by the way. Just keep that in mind.
An amazing podcast, not just an awesome one, a top tier one.
Yeah,
a
we don't know
professional
which one
one.
you're doing,
Way
but
up
we're
here,
in the
way-
amazing one.
Way up here, way up here. But listen,
Well,
Stephen, I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. And listen, I think you have, you are the possessor. Yes. So share with us.
So in cinemas, you can take it. It's 4. You take whoever you want, kids, family, family pack of 4, to go see any movie you want in the future. There's no limitations on this thing. Valid for 1 admission of 1 performance. We have locations at Beltway Plaza, Sun Valley Plaza, Marley Station, Fallston, in Aberdeen. Make sure you go at any one of those 5 locations. So I'd like to give away right now. I don't know.
Actually,
what should we do?
We've already threw some names in a little
Okay.
bucket.
Okay.
And we write down everybody's name.
Make sure it's
So-
not Joseph in Jacksonville or my mom in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Stephen, why don't you guess a number from 1 to 6? Jeremy has 1.
Awesome, Jeremy. Fantastic. Yeah, that's perfect. So Jeremy,
He is
let's
tuned
see
in
where.
tonight.
Yep, and you are always rewarded if you
Jeremy
comment on
Foster.
our show. You're going to
Yep.
be rewarded, and we really appreciate that. Carrie and Jeremy Foster.
Well,
we really
Jeremy,
appreciate that.
Carrie responded separately, but Jeremy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Jeremy, if you get in touch with Robert and Maria, and then what we'll do is I'll figure out a way to get these to you,
Yeah.
whatever the easiest way is.
We're literally
We'll
right
figure
up.
it out.
Our Remax office is right up the street from you.
Okay, we'll figure out a way. We'll make it
Yeah,
work.
we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, Jeremy's really excited there. Woohoo.
Jeremy said, "Woohoo! I like it.
He's like,
I
"Woohoo."
like it."
So it's like-
Now,
Yes.
Jeremy, if you're listening, bud, what you have to do, there's a requirement for these tickets. You have to post on social media. You got to give me a picture and tag us in it. You got to say how awesome of a time you had, and you have to tag Robert and Maria in this too, and Remax.
That's
You
right.
got to tag us. You got to tag them both. Okay,
That's right.
that's your.
Give us some
Can
props.
you do that,
Yeah.
Jeremy? Okay.
That's
Wanna
right.
make
Give
sure
us some
Jeremy
props,
knows.
you know. Well, we really
Alrighty.
appreciate it. Stephen Daniels, any final words you want to give us before we let you go? We only have a few minutes left in the show.
No, I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you today about Horizon Cinemas. We love being a part of this community, and we love that the people are wanting to come back. All businesses working together and being, just helping one another. And I think that's how we grow as a community and help small businesses together.
Well, we can't wait to have you
Absolutely.
back on the show once again.
I'll be
It's
back,
gonna
of
be-
course, and you'll come on my show. It'll be great. It'll be
I'll
awesome.
continue on with the show, and hopefully I can talk to you afterwards. We'll see.
Yes.
Okay. Hang in there. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Always.
So, yeah, that was great. So we're going to dive right into our marketing stats. I'll tell you what, let's do our calendar of events. We only have a
Okay.
few minutes left.
Yes, I would.
Do you want
hurry it
marketing
up.
stats? Let's do the marketing stats. How about
Okay.
that? Yeah, let's do that. All right, we're back.
Well,
And
thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for joining us. We had
What
a lot
a great
of fun.
show.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, great show. We look forward to seeing you again every other Wednesday. We do our show 7 p.m. You want to make sure that you go to our social media. Just follow us on our Facebook or Twitter, and you'll be able to get notified of our upcoming podcast shows. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home, remember who you work with matters. Just simply go to our website at searchmydreamhome.com if you want to learn more about the home buying or selling process. And remember, honey, we are better
Together.
We are better together, and it matters who you work with
Yes.
when it comes to finding a real estate agent or real estate team to buy or sell a home.
And
So until
enjoy
next
your
time.
last days of summer.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's only a few days before school's
I hate to
back.
even say school's going back, but enjoy your last days of summer.
That's right. Are you excited that school is coming back?
I said we're not talking about
Oh, we're
it.
not talking about school.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Until
Have a
next
good
time,
week.
we'll see you later. Take care.